Hello everyone, my name is the Deuteron Doctor. I wanted to talk more about Sombra and how we can make Sombra feel better not only for the Sombra, but for the person that's being attacked by Sombra. I talked about Ramatra in the last video, but Ramatra, I have some strong feelings about him still. I still feel the same even after playing the patch. But I wanted to have more of a discussion about Sombra because I feel like there's more to be said about Sombra than there is about Ram. Because Ram only really had one change. As much as I think the change is still garbage, and I don't like it, and it feels awful. Sombra, there's a lot more nuance to the problem, hence why she's had probably 4, 5, 6 reworks throughout the lifespan of Overwatch as a franchise. And I wanted to talk about what can we do, and stuff like that. First thing I'd like to address is probably Translocator. I like how they've changed Translocator now with the, automatic teleporting. I feel like it could be a little bit more fast, or they can revert it to how it was previously in Overwatch 1 when she was first released, where there was a timer on Translocator, and if you didn't teleport back in that time, you didn't use it, and you were stuck there. I like that. I like being punished for taking too long, and I think that having Translocator on a timer and letting her put it down again is also a good idea. Both ways I think could work, but if you're trying to allow an active playstyle, you have to do it in two different ways for each. If you want to have an active playstyle and her Translocator is a teleport, you have to let her be able to use it more efficiently. Let her throw it further, essentially. If it's I need to get out, just make her invisible sooner. Don't let people see her after she throws her teleporter. Or if you want to make them see her during her teleporter, don't make it to where it reveals her if she gets attacked. Make it to where it is right now, where it just makes her visible, not, out of stealth. I think that's fair counterplay. Having her just exit out of stealth after throwing it, it's just not great. If you wanted to do the stationary one, well, to have her play active, obviously, you put a timer on it. I feel like that's pretty obvious. If you want her to play more stealthily, like she was after, I think, her third rework? Or second rework? Point is, if you want her to be more stealthy, you can put not infinite invis. You can put infinite Translocator down, but she only has a little bit of invisibility, or vice versa. Even put infinite invis, but you only get the invis after you put Translocator down, like it is now. But instead of the Translocator being a teleport, you actually put the Translocator down, and you're invisible for the entire 10 seconds that Translocator is allowed to be put down. So effectively, you have the same ability you have two abilities on the same button, but you're locked to 10 seconds of each. So you get to get in, get out, and get your pick. I think that would be fine for Sombra. I think the other one would be fine for Sombra. And if you wanted to do anything with Opportunist is fine. I like Opportunist. It works. I think the hack damage buff is fine. It works. EMP definitely builds way too slow, especially for Sombra's current playstyle now. It needs to be cheapened. It needs to be cheapened by a lot. Probably 20-25%. Because Sombra just really cannot, for the life of her, actually do anything with her EMP. She just can't build it fast enough to do anything. Not only that, but we should make hack be not affect ball as much, or dive tanks in general. It shouldn't lock out Winston's primal. It shouldn't lock out Doomfist's block. It shouldn't lock out ball, his ball form. But it's okay if it locks out like slam, punch, Winston jump, all of ball's abilities. It's fine if you lock those out, but locking those crucial ones out specifically it makes the matchup very, very bad. So I know that they try to make it as simple as possible, because having some abilities that are affected and some abilities that are not is very confusing. And you have to remember which ones are and which ones aren't blocked by hack. But genuinely, I mean, if we shouldn't be having someone who can hack every living being on Earth, okay? I understand if you hack a brig, her shield's gonna go down. It's an electronic. But we should at least try to stick to some sort of actual guide instead of just making Sombra be able to hack anything and everything and just get away with it. Like Bob, I think he should still have his 10-second hack, because there's not often that you have a Sombra versus an Ashe when if the Ashe is being protected, because Sombra just doesn't work if you're protecting the person that she needs to dive. Second of all, I think that hacking just people is dumb. I think it's just dumb. I would like to see her hack get reworked specifically to where she can hack people that are like robots and stuff like that, to where there's more nuance to her matchups. Now, I know that means that she would be really good into Omnic specifically, but let's be honest here. What do you do when you hack? You get into electronics. Usually. What do robots use? What are they made of? Electronics. It makes sense. Now, I'm not saying Sombra has to absolutely fucking gut them. I'm not saying she needs to hack them for a longer period of time. I'm saying that even depending on the ability of some characters, it makes sense for them to get hacked or not. Doomfist block doesn't make sense to get hacked out of. He's using his fist, the fist that is part of his body, to block. And he has a fist under that gauntlet. It's not like the fist is fully electronic. It's literally basically a giant boxing glove. He put his arm in the fist. His arm is inside the fist. So it doesn't make sense to hack that. But if it's like a brig shield where it's made of hard light and it needs hard light generators to actually generate the shield, yes, that makes sense. Do you see what I mean? Like, some abilities make sense, some don't. Like Sigma's ult doesn't make any damn sense to hack him out of it. I don't think Sigma's ult should be hacked out of it. CC? Sure. Hack? No. Hack should be specifically designed to get rid of abilities that are electronic in their own nature. Now, off of the hack pseudo rant that I just had, I would also like to see Virus toned down a little bit and her damage to be increased by a little bit. Now, I know that she has a 20% damage boost against anyone who's hacked. I propose, instead of having Virus be like, 115 damage over time, it'd be like 80. Or 85. That way, if you get the 20% damage boost, it's the same old hack. Because hack right now, even before you actually hack anyone, is really good. Plus, the 20% damage boost is just too much. It's just too much. It's like, what is it? Like 130, 140 damage? It's pretty high. I don't know the numbers exactly. I didn't do it on a calculator this time like I did the last video, but I just wanted to put that out there. We should lower Virus's damage to make way for the hack damage boost. Another thing, I'd like to see her spread lowered. Now, you can kind of take this, or you can take the damage boost on her gun, like increasing the damage on her gun, or decreasing the spread. Because, I mean, if her spread's lower, then it doesn't really matter. But I'd like to see her be able to actually get a consistent amount of damage. Either way you want to do it, it doesn't really matter. But she should, if she's going to stick with her team at least, or if she's going to be sneaky like she's supposed to be, she should at least have a smaller radius of spread or more damage. It's got to be one or the other. The next thing I'd like to see is, of course, if we don't put if we don't put invis on translocated cooldown, with the idea I talked about previously, if we don't do that, I'd like to see oh my goodness. I'd like to see invis return to a cooldown. I'm also fine if you can put translocated down and it will last 10 seconds, 12 seconds. And then invis, did I say hack? I meant translocator. Point is, and then invis is on a 10-second duration, and it has like a 16-second cooldown. That would let Sombra actually prepare and get rid of the people she's supposed to flank. I understand that nobody likes Sombra flanking. I understand that. But point is, it makes sense for Sombra, the infiltration-based hacker, to be able to infiltrate and hack. It doesn't make sense for her to stand by her team when she's never done it on any comic. She's never done it on any story cinematics. She's never done it on any hero cinematics. She's never done it on the Mauga cinematic even. I mean, I guess, but she was infiltrating. She was mostly having people protect her while she hacked. Makes sense. Point is, you never see Sombra just standing out in the open. It doesn't make sense for her to. Especially now that they've nerfed her so hard that Widow is just in every single game. It's Widow, Hanzo, Orisa, BAP, and ERE. Like, it's just too much. You need Sombra back. Because as fun as Tracer is very hard for lower ranked people to understand. And it's hard to get value on Tracer for them. Sombra is the easier Tracer. Let's be honest here. Sombra's the easier Tracer. Doesn't get more value than Tracer, not by a long shot, but she's the easier Tracer. Let the people play the Tracer, the easier Tracer, the way it was meant to be played. The infiltrating hacker. It just makes sense. Now, I understand that everyone seems to hate Sombra, but there's absolutely no reason why any of you guys should say, screw Sombra players, I hate Sombra, she should be deleted from the game. There's no reason you guys should be insulting anybody whatsoever. I saw way too many insults, not only a few towards me, but a few towards the dev team, a few towards Sombra players. Nobody should be insulting each other. That is too much. If you guys are going to be insulting people, I'm going to start deleting comments, because there's absolutely no reason why you should ever insult another human being. Now, if they start insulting you first, then I'll let it slide. But there's no reason why you should start it. There's no reason to insult each other. This is a discussion. This is not a daycare. I will not entertain this. So you guys are welcome to have a friendly discussion in the comments over it. I've said everything I want to say. And my name is the Deuteron Doctor, and I will see you later. Bye.